man. This is a bit of a change of pace.
No, yeah, like... Sorry, I'm eating popcorn on microphone. I'm very hungry and you're all just gonna have to live with it. No, we play a lot of, like, Dream Daddy and, like, Night in the Woods and, like, Sonic the Hedgehog. Doom!
So, you know
Mario Party!
You know what? There's a big conversation going on right now in the world about violent video games spurring violence. So I thought, why don't us, two extremely well-adjusted people, play the most violent video game I own?
And then not do anything in the real world. And
proceed to just, be adjusted. Or I'll play on the normal difficulty.
Hurt me plenty.
Because I don't remember being that good at this game.
I remember you mentioned to me yesterday that you wanted to play Doom today when we recorded.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, I'm going to watch the Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie so that I have something to talk about.
Did you watch it?
Nope. Really want to, though.
I actually own that movie on DVD.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know where it is, though.
Oh, Cameron.
It's here somewhere.
I want it.
I actually don't remember hating that movie. I remember kind of liking it.
Okay.
I saw it in theaters. It's probably really bad.
Maybe it's like bad for bad's sake.
They are angry that much. You would be worth ripping tear until it's done.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you guys will probably be hearing the voiceover in the video, so
yeah,
we'll have to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
We actually did that for Bloodstained. Remember we recorded Bloodstained?
Yeah.
A video you guys unfortunately will never see. But we did a bunch of voices for Bloodstained before we realized the game has voice acting.
Yeah. We were like, wait, what? What? And then like,
this is pretty fucked.
Oh, this is scary.
You know what's crazy, Sam?
Yeah.
This game came out in 2016.
What?
Yeah.
I thought this game came out like 2 years ago.
Well, 3 now.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh, shit.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, this game is pretty as fuck.
Oh, it's so good.
This is one of the only video games ever to be shown off at E3. There we go. Shown off at E3, have it look really good, and the game comes out and it looks better.
That's amazing.
This game is fucking gorgeous. Okay, I'm actually sorry. I'm gonna do something logistic real quick. I want to change sensitivity because it's too low. To like 60 should be 60.
Get there.
Should be fine.
Get there.
Watch. I'm not gonna be happy with this. I'm gonna have to change it again. No, it's fine. Here we go.
Okay.
Press R3.
Got it.
This whole game is about being aggressive.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what's going on
Aggressive
here?
and masculine as fuck.
Oh, they found me in this big fucking devil tomb.
Oh, you better shoot this hologram.
Can I... I'm gonna go shoot stuff!
We have to
I wanna do this! I wanna shoot stuff!
Get there.
I don't think I have to reload this gun. I think I can just shoot it forever.
That's awesome.
Oh, there's my suit.
Ooh, flashback.
So scary.
Ooh, flashback.
Oh, look at the devil.
Wait, so you were raised from the depths of hell?
It's unclear.
Okay.
I'm assuming they're probably gonna go more into the lore of like the, because you're called the Doomslayer.
Yeah.
That's like what your character's name is.
Okay.
So I imagine they'll go more into the lore of the Doomslayer and Doom Eternal.
Okay.
Which, hey, if you guys like this game, by the time we
demonic invasion in progress. Oh shit!
Working on it.
working on that demonic invasion.
Okay, so all the shit's unavailable. Demonic invasion in progress. I love how tongue-in-cheek that is.
So demonic invasion is in progress. We don't know who's dead, and we don't know who's here.
Could we get like a progress bar on that?
Nope. It's a hard no.
Okay, so now the game is telling me what I need to do. So I need to go find the satellite.
Wait, so you mean to tell me that demons have invaded, everybody's dead, we don't know what's out there, and there's no Wi-Fi? Dude, you gotta get out.
There's no Wi-Fi on Mars? Are you fucking kidding me? Hayden, head of the facility, and we work together, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, this guy's the bad guy.
Of course. He's like, get the fuck out of my face, dude.
Yeah.
Yo, Sick Skull.
Huh?
Here we go. Ooh.
So, are you a huge Doom fan?
I really like this game.
Okay.
Oh, yes!
What about the rest of the franchise?
I've played... Okay, well, you have to remember that Doom 1 and 2 came out in, like, the 90s.
Yeah.
The games are old as fuck.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking if you like the franchise, because it's an old-ass franchise.
I've played those old id Software shooters, and, like, they aged pretty well, I must admit.
Okay.
Actually, I think I've played all the Doom games, now that I think about it. Not to completion, because, you know, they're just old games, so, like, eventually you hit a wall. I've played the first Doom game all the way through. Yeah, I like this guy. I love how they introduce him like he's gonna be like some big thing, and he's just a fucking goober.
Yeah, he's just like a...
He's called an imp. Here we go.
Well, so much for stealth.
No, this is not one of those games. No, this game is literally designed around getting up in people's faces.
You know what? That's fair. I'm bad at stealth anyway. Oh, rip out its fucking heart, bro.
This weird whatever this is. So this
rip
whole
out
game,
its fucking egg, bro.
Rip out the embryo, bro. I'm sorry.
Dude, rip out the zygote, bro.
The MB bro.
The MB bro.
Oh, nice. I got up against the wall there. So this whole game is actually it's designed around being aggressive, because enemies will, for instance, if I was to like peter around, like get in cover, and, like stop, enemies would flank me, and they'd be like, "Come fight me, pussy." So
that's badass,
right?
Because, I respect that in a way.
Okay, but you see how this game? I have low ammo right now, right?
Yeah.
So the way to get ammo back, I'm gonna go. Come here, boy. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I apologize for anyone who has motion sickness.
Yeah, good lord.
It's gonna be one of those games.
I might have to be one of those people at some point. Be like, hey, can we stop just zooming?
You know how I've been like doing those crazy visceral kills, like when they glow and then I punch them and like rip their head off or something. So that's how I get ammo back. Like I can find it in the world, or I can punch people and get health and ammo.
That's awesome.
Right? Yeah. But that's how they designed this game. It's fucking brilliant. They've literally designed it around being aggressive as possible.
Right.
And, like, if you pussyfoot, you'll lose.
You'll lose, yeah. So I should not play this game, because I love a good pussyfoot.
Who doesn't love a good
pussyfooting around?
Love me some pussyfooting. Here, how do I switch weapons? Okay, there we go. Okay, so that pistol has unlimited ammo. So, like, if I ever run out of guns, I always have something to shoot with.
Yeah.
God, I love this game. I played the shit out of this game when it first came out.
I remember. We were at your Waterloo house when this game came out.
Well, what actually really surprised me when I was playing this game was how you enjoyed it. Like,
I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I really didn't think you would. I thought, like, you know, it was pretty early on when we started dating, I think, at that point. So I didn't really have a grip on, like, you know, what you liked and what you didn't like quite yet. So when we played this game, I was like, oh, I don't know if Stan's gonna like this game. It's kind of, like, violent and masculine and, like, you know, really, like, beefy. But you know, you enjoyed it.
Well, I'll say this time and time again. Like, I don't have a problem with gore.
Right.
Because gore to me is ridiculous. Like, this guy who's just like sitting with his brains blown out in our elevator right now, and it's like we're just riding along like it's nothing. Like, that's weird. That's otherworldly. I can separate myself from that.
You don't like tragic gore. You don't like it when people are like sad at the result of gore.
Yeah, like, I remember the thing that really did it for me, so, like, one of the only, I think actually the only movie I've ever walked out of, like, I have left the theater and been like, I'm leaving, I'm not finishing this movie, was Detroit. It was Catherine Bigelow's Detroit.
I remember that.
And it was this part where this one actor, who I think actually played Eazy-E in Straight Outta Compton, I always forget his name, but I remember
I think I know what you're talking about.
He was so for context, Detroit is about the Detroit riots, which is a event in history that happened
Look it up. It's
in
very
the
sad.
60s. It's very sad. It's civil rights. It's blah blah blah. But this like actor or this character was like
running from the cops.
No, well, yeah, like he what he did was he was pissed off that his neighborhood was in lockdown because of the riots, and he was like, "This is ridiculous. They can't tell me what to do in my house." And he had like a prop gun with blanks in it, and just like shot it haphazardly out the window and freaked out the cops. Yeah. And the cops shot up his home.
Oh yeah.
And he was like running in his house, and he's like getting shot through the walls, and he's like running downstairs, and he gets shot, and he's walking down the hallway, and he's getting shot and shot and shot again and again and again and again and again.
Very gratuitous, yeah.
It was like, I was like, this is too much, and it's like, you know what? It wasn't even gory because he was getting shot, and like, yeah, like there were obviously like entrance wounds that you could see on the actor. But it wasn't like super gory.
Right.
It wasn't what's happening in this game right now.
No, yeah.
But it was like
it was just very upsetting.
Being like absolutely like brutally murdered
in his home, yeah.
In his own home, and he's like crying because like he was frustrated at the way that his neighborhood was being handled, and I was just like, you know what? I can't do this. Yeah. Like, I can't fucking do this. I can't watch this. I'm out. And like, it's just gonna be more of this, you know? Like, this was like, I lasted what, like 20 minutes into that movie?
25 minutes, yeah.
I didn't last very long.
I was
just like, you know what? I can't do this anymore.
So truth be told, I went to go finish Detroit with my dad one day.
Yeah.
Not like in theaters. It was on TV.
Yeah.
And I'm not obviously like, you know, I'm going to support you in whatever you do. And like, if you didn't feel comfortable, you should leave, of course.
Yeah.
The violence does stop after that point. Like it kind of acts as like a climax.
Okay.
So then, like, because the movie's not about, it is about the riots,
Yeah.
but it's about the fallout of the riots.
Yeah, it's about like more about the political side of the riots.
So
about,
after
like,
the cops do all
doing.
that horrible shit to those very unfortunate people, it calms down and it becomes more about how like they shouldn't have acted that way, and it's about the repercussions that the cops face, if any.
Yeah.
Which is sort of the tragic part because I don't think they really face too much.
Yeah. Which is what I can't really handle.
In a fucking a slightly more positive note, have you seen the trailer for Lena Waithe's new movie with Daniel Kaluuya?
Oh, the one about they
Like
shoot the cops.
the Black Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, of course.
It looks
dope.
real good.
It looks so good.
They showed off that trailer. Me and my buddy Redacted went to go see Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Buddy Shirk Boy from my
friend Brad.
horror group did not enjoy it.
Oh.
Yeah, he said it wasn't worth it.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have to talk to him about that later.
Interesting.
I'm gonna have to give him a good punishing. give him a good spank or two.
I'm sure he'll love that.
You hear that, Brad?
Yeah.
Coming for you.
Coming for you, baby.
But yeah, they showed off that trailer and I was like, whoa, this looks really cool.
Yeah.
Well, because at first I was like, you know, the trailer starts and like they have that interaction with the cop. And
Yeah,
like,
they get stopped.
and I was like, how tragic is this gonna be? Like, I don't know, man. Like this is real and this is upsetting.
Yeah.
But then no, it turns out to be dope. It looks really good.
And yeah, it just goes to show you like when the people who come from the group that experiences said like tragedies and like horrible events like makes the media surrounding what happens to them, the story comes out so much differently.
It's a bit more,
representation matters.
Yeah, you know,
but that's why representation matters.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that representation matters. Like I don't know, man. Like anyone who doesn't think that representation doesn't matter, like look at the pictures of like little black kids dressed up as Black Panther for Halloween, and like
it's
how
not even
excited
just that.
they are.
It's just like when people who experience like are experiencing like the history and like the actual like current events that right now, like when it directly affects them and they're the ones who are in charge of telling the stories, the quality of the story comes out so much differently.
Yeah, I mean, it also like, you know, credit to Lena Waithe, who's a fucking genius.
Yeah,
wrote the best episodes of Master of None for Aziz Ansari.
Lena Waithe is like an absolute treasure, and I haven't kept up with a whole lot of what she's doing because what she's doing is on like FX and like BET and like channels that I don't have access to.
Right.
So I haven't been able to keep up with her very well. I gotta start watching The Chi though. The Chi is on Crave.
I've heard I've heard amazing things about The Chi.
And I've heard really good things about her Boomerang reboot, but again, it's on BET.
Sorry, Boomerang?
Yeah, Boomerang was a famous like Black Hollywood movie starring Eddie Murphy, Halle Berry, and I forget the other famous black female lead, but it's like a love triangle story, I think.
I never heard of it.
I'd never heard of it either until this reboot happened, and people were like, the classic Boomerang, and I'm like, I've never heard of this movie before in my life, but that's just being mixed for you. Yeah, no, everything Lena Waithe touches turns to gold, straight up. And like,
fuck that robot.
I don't know, man. It just, and like look at things like Ava DuVernay, you know, like Selma and When They See Us. Like when people who are of the group that the tragic story is about are handling the telling of said story,
right?
It comes out differently and in my opinion better. Because they have the sensitivity towards it, towards the story.
That's actually like...
they don't just want to tell all of... Sorry, I have a popcorn kernel stuck in my mouth.
Yeah. They
don't just want to tell all of the tragic parts. Like, they really, like, get into the emotion of what's going on.
That's something, like, if we ever have... Sam is... How can I say this? Your friend group is so unique because your friend group has the most amount of archaeologists that I've ever known.
The most being 2.
Right? Like...
Actually, well, yeah, I guess so. Because Conrad did the same degree as Emily and Sydney, but he doesn't work in the field. He's more geared towards academia.
Yeah. Anyway, but I really love to get them on here because I took a single course of archaeology because I had to in university. And something I noticed about archaeology is that like I feel like archaeology, and my ignorance is going to show here. I feel like archaeology really wants to be respecting of the past. But in a lot of the stuff I was shown in that class kind of contradicts that. Like, there was a lot of people who are like... I would literally watch this documentary where... and I'm going to, you know, hyperbolize this, but this guy... They were investigating these this native tribe, which they believe may have been cannibalistic.
Okay.
So they wanted to find evidence of them being cannibalistic.
Okay.
But there was surviving members of, like, descendants of the tribe who were, like, living on the sacred land, who were being like, hey, not for anything, like, the public image of native folks is pretty poor as it is, and, like, this is just some stupid theory. This has nothing to do with, like, accurate history or anything.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe you could lay off?
Yeah.
And the archaeologists were essentially like, fuck you, no. Like, it was just like, oh, okay. That's not the most respectful thing in the world.
Well, that's archaeology for you. Like, archaeology's history is extremely, it's colonized, and
it's rooted in Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, it's
literally.
It's rooted in, like, whiteness and, gentrification and colonization and all that stuff. Like, it's not rooted in a respect and, like, reverence for the culture that you're investigating. It's
Which I feel
rooted
like it ought to.
It's rooted in, like, we think something cool. We think something that we think is, like, cool or salacious or titillating went on here, and we're going to dig and dig and dig and stick ourselves in here until we find what we want.
Is this what you expected from the Doom playthrough, everyone?
Yeah, seriously.
Talking about race politics and archaeology?
Are you chill yet?
I'm real fucking chill. Mm-hmm. I'm having so much fun. I love this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
No, but I find just, like, the history of archaeology so fascinating. Not so much archaeology itself, but just, like, the people who brought in modern day archaeology. So fascinating, because it's like, how dare you? like the audacity never seems to end with those people.
But I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
Like, the audacity of, like, the fathers of modern day archaeology to just, like, go in and be like go to places like Egypt and like Asia's and, like, Southeast Asia and, like, Near Eastern societies and stuff like that. Like the audacity of being like, so we think that there are mummies here, and we think mummies are cool. So we're gonna dig here, okay?
Well, I feel like and again, I feel like your archaeologist friends are gonna listen to this episode and be like, Stop! Like, you guys are being so egg right now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the idea behind archaeology is to preserve history. And I feel like that's a very noble thing. Mm-hmm. And it ought to be respectful, and it ought to be, supported. I mean, like, and lauded.
Early archaeology wasn't necessarily about preservation, it was about money. You know?
Do you think so?
Like, yeah, no, totally, dude. Like, do you have any idea how many artifacts are, like, and this is actually something that my friend Sydney did tell me, so this isn't being ignorant, but, like,
we know she's going to Malaysia to be an architect, so, like,
oh god, it's not Malaysia, Mongolia.
Oh, sorry.
No, the thing about sites and, like, landmarks that are of interest to archaeologists is that, like, they've been uncovered for decades upon decades upon decades, but the sites are torn apart and it's hard to piece together the history because things were unceremoniously lifted from the site and wound up in private collections.
Oh, I see.
So they're impossible to find because we don't know who owns them, because they were owned by people who, first of all, didn't have a right to own them.
No.
But took them nonetheless, and they were, like, auctioned off and bought by other, like, rich people and added to private collections. And, they're probably just, like, sitting as a family heirloom in someone's house somewhere, but we don't fucking know where, and they're sure as hell not going to give up their family heirloom that's been in the family for, like, 3 decades.
That's like,
because it matters to them now, but it's, like, really a part of history, and it's, like, you can't just leave this, like, ancient vase just, like, sitting out for the air to just slowly eat away at, you dumb fuck.
Right.
But, like, fuck, dude, just hand it over.
It's like that scene in Black Panther when Killmonger goes to the museum.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's from here. And it's like, well, actually, it's from Wakanda, and y'all stole it. Yeah,
exactly. That is what archaeology is. that is why museums are such a gray area for so many people. Uh-huh. Because, like, yes, it's history, but, like, history is written by the victors, and maybe what we're seeing isn't actually what it is. It's just, like, somebody's closest interpretation of it, and maybe they didn't even have the right to be there and take it and have it be in this museum. There are so many Egyptian artifacts in British museums.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck are they doing there?
Well, I mean, like
why aren't they in, like, the regions that they came from? When those regions now are, like, full-on civilizations. Like, why are so many Egyptian artifacts not in Egypt? Egypt is a metropolis. Like, the actual city of Egypt is a fucking metropolis.
I've never been to Egypt.
It's fully modernized. It's not like some third world fucking whatever. Like, it's fucking it's a city.
It's like, I saw this picture on Reddit where it's like, you know, you see a lot of pictures of the pyramids from a certain angle, which just show off the pyramids.
Yeah.
But if you take a picture of the pyramids from the opposite angle, that's from the popular angle,
yeah,
you'll see buildings.
Yeah.
It's like a big-ass city.
Totally. So, like, no reason for them to be sitting there. And, like, countries like Egypt, Egypt is a country, not a city.
Yeah.
Cairo is a city in Egypt. I'm sorry.
Redacted.
Redacted.
I'll just edit that out.
Yeah. Countries.
Oh God, Jesus.
Nice. Countries like Egypt and places like that, like Near Eastern cities and countries and places have been trying to get their artifacts back from, like, you know, France and Britain and Spain for
I hope they
years.
Do. I hope they do.
I mean, it's a whole thing.
But they should just steal it back. That'd be a sick movie.
That would be a sick movie. That would be a sick, like, news story.
Yeah.
Be like, there are, like, spies who are going into British museums and, like, stealing back artifacts and taking them back to their countries just to be displayed. Well, like, it's not by any means malicious. They're truly just trying to put them back where they belong.
They could get, like, Tessa Thompson to be in it.
Oh, yes.
Like Janelle Monáe. Well, isn't Rihanna and, like, Rihanna and someone else wore, like, an outfit to a certain place or events, and someone was like, they look like they're bank robbers, and that they writing a movie based on that?
Lupita and Rihanna, yeah. Lupita and Rihanna sat next to each other at a fashion show, and Lupita was dressed, like, really, like, I don't want to say smart because that imbues that Rihanna was not dressed smart for this fashion show.
She was dressed very elegantly.
No, Lupita was dressed in, like, you know, like a sweater and, like, a button-up collared shirt, and she was wearing, like, thick black-rimmed glasses, and her hair was in, like, tight coily curls, and Rihanna was dressed in, like, a blazer with nothing else on underneath and showing skin, and her hair was slicked back, and, like, makeup to the nines and stuff like that. And someone was like, oh, yeah, like, you should write a movie about, like, like a heist movie where Rihanna, like, does the heist and Lupita is, like, the tech guru. And, like, Lupita was like, I'm down, and Rihanna was like, I'm down. And then Ava DuVernay was like, I'll direct it. And we were like, what the fuck?
Wow.
What?
Is this how movies get made?
Please.
Is this how Hollywood works?
Please. I haven't heard anything about that, but
it's probably not going to happen.
No.
To be honest with you.
No, those ladies' projects are lined up for the next. I think Ava DuVernay tweeted, she was like, I have a project lined up for the next, like, 7 years. Like, I'm booked.
Yeah, I got work, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
You know? Well, it's funny, right? Because, again, like, that's one of those things. Like, another thing that reminds me of, and I guess we'll end the episode after I finish this little anecdote. Something very similar to that is, like, the legendary J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar team-up album that has been coming out for, like, 9 years.
Yeah. And it's just not coming out.
Because, like, people fail to realize, like, that's not how the fucking industry works.
No.
Like, there would be so much paperwork and shit that they would need to fucking write and get done in order for that album to happen.
Yeah.
First of all, J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar are probably a little busy.
Yeah.
You know, probably got shit going on.
Exactly.
And then you have, like, the labels that they need to come forth and be like, okay, what's the legality behind this? Like, who's gonna publish this? Is it gonna be Top Dog? Is it gonna be Dreamville? Like,
yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Whose label is it gonna be on?
You know, it's like Chance the Rapper.
Can labels join up though?
Sure, of course they can.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see why not.
For the sake of a project, kind of like how, I'm trying to think. I don't know, like production companies and like, yeah, exactly, like. Like Warner Brothers and Disney can like team up.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
All right, like I mean, like I feel like in Revenge of the Dreamers 3, which is Dreamville's, I guess, team up or collab album with all their in-house artists, they have like people from other labels on that. Like Vince Staples on that. He's on a Dreamville.
Well, yeah, like that's how like collabs work. But like, can labels link up for full-on projects? Like not just, you know, like a verse on a song, like a whole project.
I imagine so, right? Like, why not? I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the rap industry.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
I don't know if you know this about me, Sam, but I'm not a rapper.
You're not?
How weird is that?
Well, okay. That's, that changes things. Sorry.
Did you not know?
I thought you were, you know?
Yeah.
You're white.
I live with my mom.
Yeah.
I live in Mississauga.
I just figured you were an up-and-coming rapper.
It's all of the key ingredients to being a rapper.
You wanted to start a podcast, you know, I just figured you wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah. Why do you think I bought these microphones? It's not for the podcast. It's for fucking rapping.
Sick beats with, buddy.
Speaking of sick beats, we're going to continue Doom next time.
We're going to sick beat this next time.
I'm going to sick beat this game, ready?